What's up, everyone? Arctic here, and today I want to try something different, calling it like motivation mornings. This is really off the cuff, more off the top of my head, talking about it. And I was thinking about something where you guys could be in your car, be on your phone, be on your iPod, but you listen to this and you get a little pumped up in the morning, and have a little pep in your step, so to speak. I kind of did some similar videos on Gears of War 3, but it wasn't really focused, and I kind of scattered them, sprinkled them here and there. So with this, I'm gonna try to make it pretty consistent. If you guys enjoy it, please let me know. Now, the story I wanted to tell you guys was, our experience as a team when we came from Gears of War 1 and we worked on Gears of War 2, and we ended up winning an MLG event, and the trials and tribulations that we went through. And it's really a story about work ethic, and trying to improve not only individually but as a team. So at the end of 2008, when MLG basically dropped Gears of War 1 for Gears of War 2, our team at that time was VBI, and we weren't at the pinnacle of our playing careers when that game ended. We were kind of a shattered team. We had a lot of holes, gaping holes in what we were doing. And the whole VBI effort not everyone on the team had the same goals. And so, when I decided to leave the team and create ZYN, I made sure to ask players that were interested in making competition a forefront for them. I wanted to make sure everyone had the same goals in mind. And so we created this team with the idea of being very competitive about, whatever it is that we did. And so, I got my brother back, Skyless and Cali North and myself. We were the team that played Gears of War 2. And Skyless and my brother, Orange, had not played Gears of War in about a year and a half. So they were a little rusty when Gears of War 2 dropped. And so our first experience, everyone had these expectations for ZYN to be so awesome. And our first experience playing Gears of War 2 was not very good. We had a lot of hiccups, a lot of things go wrong, a lot of meshing that was kind of off, synergy wasn't there. And it really showed in the beginning of that game. And one of the things that we had to deal with, and this is very common in gaming communities, is we had a lot of people talk trash about our team. Really hard about our players, our team, what we were about. And, it was on the forums, people were going game like, you guys suck, and all this stuff that we had to deal with. We were never, and this is one of the things that I made sure to emphasize with our team. We never went back and forth with teams. Like, we only were about improving. We did not care about anything else. So from the very first time that we started playing, people were like, man, you guys are not very good. We were losing to teams that had not placed in a Gears of War event, top 16. It was a really hard and difficult struggle for us in that initial phase. Now, I think there was a couple online tournaments, and we did okay in them. Not fantastic. I think we were like top 10 or top, 20 or something like that on game battles at the time. And we didn't really think online play was going to show how well we played. So the very first event that we got the opportunity to go to, which was Columbus, I believe, we ended up placing the worst we had ever placed. And that was 13th. And we, to kind of preface this, Cali North came out and flew out from May to June, and he ended up staying after that. But from May to June, we had almost a month of all four of us in one place, practicing. And, in retrospect, we weren't really doing as much as I thought we were. But we got to that event, I personally felt like I was playing the best I possibly could. And everyone kind of said that, we all felt like we were awesome, but we had teams up. We were 2-0 on maps, and we just let things fall apart, and we would lose 3-2. And this happened twice. It happened in the winners bracket. I think the next place would have been like top 8 or something like that, and we lost that. And then we were in losers bracket, and we just lost our mojo after that match. It was like, man, we were just up 2-0, and we let them come back and beat us, and we just didn't recover from that. So we lost our second match in a similar fashion, and then we were out of the tournament. And it was like, what? We just spent, all this time practicing. Are we really not that good at this game? And so on our drive back after the event finished, I think we ended up placing 13th at this event. After that event finished, we were on our drive back from Columbus to Indiana, and we really had a long discussion with our, all of us there, like, are we going to continue playing Gears of War? And the more we started to talk, the more we started to pump each other up. It was one of those things where it was like, man, if XYZ had changed, we probably would have been a little bit better. If we switch up this, we could probably do that much better in the end. And again, the more we talked, and we had a 6-hour drive, the more we talked, the more we started to pump each other up. And next thing you know, as soon as we got there, it was like we were asking for scrimmages. Now, here's the interesting thing about this story. I said that we were all 4 of us together from May to June. We were practicing and trying to improve, and we had this work ethic about us, but it was pretty much what every other team was doing. And then after that event, man, something snapped. Something crazy happened. My brother started waking up at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and we all worked at this LAN center, and he started going to the LAN center at 6 o'clock in the morning, popping in Gears of War 2, and he was playing Gears. All right, then Alex, like, man, where's Orange at? Oh, he's at the LAN center. What time did he go there? 6? He was like, what? What is he doing? Practicing. He was like, oh man. The next thing you know, like next day, Alex, Callie North starts getting up at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning, going over there with my brother practicing. And then Skyless is like, man, you guys are getting serious. So he would start going over there early in the morning, practicing. And I was like, man, these dudes are real serious. So I was like, this is before work started. They were going at this LAN center and practicing the game. They get in a couple hours here, a couple hours there, practice one-on-ones against each other. And then during our actual practice sessions, we started practicing longer. So as a team, all 4 of us would get together, after we got off from work, and then we would all be practicing at this LAN center for 6-7 hours. We would be the last ones there practicing, playing scrimmages, looking over our whiteboard. I mean, there's some videos of where I think I show the whiteboard in action. And we were very, very serious. Now, something I want to kind of mention with this is we had a lot of people talking trash about our team. There was a top 8. If you guys don't know, in the pro scene, pro players typically only play against other pro teams and pro players. It's like this mutual respect thing. It's unspoken almost. They don't really spend too much time scrimmaging teams that don't at least play semi-pro. And so what that ends up creating is this thing where you only scrim certain people and you don't get to see every aspect of the game. You don't get to see every strategy in the game. You don't get to see what other things are out there. And so I've made that decision. I was like, I think that they're limiting themselves by not playing as many people as possible. And because we weren't respected as a team, some of those pro teams weren't even playing against us. So we capitalized on that. We were playing scrimmages against the Joe Smo team that plays 64th, or against the semi-pro team that beat us, against the other semi-pro team that was pretty good, against another Joe Schmo team. And we just kept practicing 2 months from that June all the way to August, just practicing. I'm talking about, we were putting in like 16-hour days on Gears of War. We got very serious about it during that summer. And I shit you not, I think last scrimmage that we had right before the event was against either NBN or Insanes, and they had not played us in like a month. And, a lot of people were like, man, ZYN hasn't asked us for scrims. The reason we didn't ask is because people would be like, no. So it's like, we're just trying to get scrimmages, man. And so if you wasted our time in a match, if you took longer than, 5 minutes to ready up, we would leave the scrimmage and go find another team. We were about efficiency. We were about getting better. And we took it to another level. So back to this Insane scrim, or NBN, I can't remember who the team was. Before this event happened, we had one last scrimmage and we completely annihilated this. I mean, it wasn't even close. And again, it's online, so, they're kind of like, whatever. And so we get to this event and we're blowing teams out. Like, it wasn't close. And we had a couple close calls where, it goes down to the last map where, maybe MLG Columbus, we would have been like, oh, we got to go to this last map. We had this in the bag. We kind of slow up. It was like, no, we're still intense. And it showed, man. It really showed. So I think we ended up losing to NBN in the winners finals or something like that. And we had to come back in the losers finals and play them, or I'm sorry, in the grand, the whole championship. And we ended up coming back and winning that match. And all of that was because of that work ethic. We had so much practice, so many scenarios that we just outworked everyone. Like, we were on another level when it came to practice, seeing things on the map, reacting to situations, because we had played so much. It really showed, and that's where we benefited. So whatever you're doing today, if you're playing some games and you're practicing with your team on Call of Duty or Halo or Gears of War, or if you are at work and you're sitting next to some other guy who's kind of half-assing it, you pump yourself up a little bit. Think about your work ethic. Think about how you can improve. Think about how you can be better than you were the day before. I really pride myself in anything that I do, taking that and trying to perfect it as much as possible and get better than the day I was prior, to the hour I was prior, to the minute I was prior. And that's how I approach things. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Catch you guys later.